Hello, folks. Let me flick that across there. There we go. Perfectos. Perfecto. Don't you wave around on me. You know better than that. Put it there. This whole money game. Ba-dun-dun-dun. Ba-dun-dun-dun-dun. This whole money game. Alright. Alright. We might need to go up a wee bit though, because no, let go. That's not what it used to be. G'day guys, how we doing? Sam, I can't pronounce the name in Lao or Thai, but welcome. Hey ICC, hey Darko, and Jason. Yes, we're back in the Oakley shirt. Oh, the bumblebee who likes the painting. No. No. Oh well. He's staying. Okay. Excuse me while I just do a little bit of an adjustment here, guys. I thought that I'd be able to handle how low it was. But no. No. We're going to get up a wee bit. There we go. You don't need these things perfect. But it's nice when they're close. There we go. 1 second. Up it goes. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Just come on around here. Down. That goes. Perfect. How we doing there, guys? How is our angle? It's beautiful. You can pin a comment now. Tap a comment to pin. Moderators can do this too. That's cool. Hey, Sim, how are you? I'm good, Sam. And Anne, hello. Nice shorts? Yeah, Jason, it is a hot day. So, excuse my casual Kiwi attire. That is what we're doing. My phone will tick along for a while and like run out of batteries for the next sort of 2 hours. So when that happens, I'll move inside and plug it in and put on some more formal stuff to paint on, because you should wear nice clothes when you paint, guys. I think that's a cool touch. Right. Oh, yuck. Okay, I dropped the paintbrush while I was doing that change, and now it's covered in paint. So I need to fix this, because if you start messy, you'll be messy, and you'll end messy, and I want to get it nicer. You've got a mic on, because you sound weird. Oh, no. No, I'm just wearing my little things. But the mic, where did I put the mic? Ooh. I'll tell you what, when I get a rag for this brush, I'll have a look for the mic as well, because if I can find it, then we can make the sound way clearer. Yeah, studio is a bit muffled. Give me a moment, guys. I quickly I can fix that. 1 second. I'm coming. I'm coming up. I want the world to know. Alright, tell me if this fixes the sound in just a second. I'm coming up. Here's my rag. Kiwi? Yes, indeed. Oh, don't trip over things. Late salad bar, New Zealand. Yeah. And get this. Undo this. that down here. Bring this little mic over to here. I would put it on me, but it'll Okay. How are we doing, guys? Is that more clear? Do we have better voices now? Can you hear me well? Can you hear me well? Do I need to like come down here and speak into it? What's the much better? Yes, yes. Lucy, long time no see. I've caught you at 3:45 a.m. when I've just finished. Oh, Lucy, I'm so sorry. I should have been painting earlier. I was driving down from Auckland. So, did I miss you? I'm a shocker. You need to tell me when you're actually, what times you're painting so we can try and tee it up together. That would be cool. I've been trying to paint, like you said, but I can't put the paint down correctly. It's frustrating. I sympathise with that. I was just speaking to someone this morning about a similar thing. Paint going down well enough. Are you using acrylics or oils for starters? Before I start arbitrarily providing you with feedback. Because that'll make a big difference. Lucy, I think we're polar opposites when it comes to using paint. You make a huge mess, and I try and keep it as contained as possible. But I reckon your artwork comes out looking more like correct. Should I use gouache? Oh, gouache. I'm pronouncing that wrong, but I tried that for a while and really struggled. So perhaps not. Any tips for someone who's trying to learn to paint? Yeah. Let me just take these off. You're learning how to paint, guys. You've heard me say it a million times. It's exactly like if you start going to the gym, or if you start running, or if you start learning to sing or dance. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just start and make sure you enjoy what you're doing, because that will have the most potent effect on how good you get. If you are enjoying yourself, then if you're enjoying practicing it, then the actual getting better at it will come more naturally. If you fight with the whole process and strangle it, it'll be much harder. So learn to love it and you will have a good time. Let me just get some of this on my face. It's a very hot day out here. And the last time I was out here with you guys, I got burnt to bits. So we're not going to repeat that. I got lectured by everyone. People on the stream messaging me saying, "You are a tomato." And that's fair enough. I was, and that was naughty. We are polar opposites. You're putting sunscreen on. It's White Christmas, Lucy. Yes, indeed. And it's only going to get hotter here. So I'm actually at this place for Christmas. So this is pretty close to what Christmas weather's going to be like. I like acrylic mostly, but it's annoying because I've always struggled with the sketching. I got used to it. Never struggled with sketching. Yeah. If you love sketching, jeepers, I'd need to see some of your work, to be honest, to provide really good feedback. But if you're going from sketching's a very precise process a lot of the time. And you can use an eraser. It's like almost like a Control-Z to blend your colours. But with painting, you can't really, because it stays wet that whole session. And so, since it stays wet for the whole session, you sort of, for me, I find that if you do a couple of works on the go at once, as soon as you get too much paint down there, whether you like it or not, move on to the next one, move on to the next one. You might be sitting there, smudging it around, trying to make it look like how you want to look, because you're used to being able to fight through that with a pencil, with graphite. But with paint, you sort of get that one shot and then it needs to dry to come back and fire at it again. So, yeah, it might be a matter of just knowing when to stop and saying, right, you're drying before I come back to you. Even though it's not perfect, you're drying before I come back to you. I start off doing realism and then end up with abstract. I like your style, Lucy. Again, polar opposites, because I do the complete opposite from that. Lady with the horse. Lady with the horse. So bear with me, guys. I'm going to pop in and out of the chat because this is the last day we're spending on this painting. How wild. Porcelain lady piece. Now, we may not feel like it's finished after this layer, and that's okay. But, as far as it, bless me, as far as it goes for this painting, this will be the last time we give it a layer. I'm just going to bring you over here a little bit more, guys. There we go. Just a there. Just a there. Yes. Lucy, it is always a pleasure when you catch me on these lives. And I realise I have not made it easy for you. You know, if anything, I'm behaving like I don't want you on them because I've been going on at inconvenient times for you. But I promise you that's not the case. I promise you that is not the intention. Right, a little bit of brown in there. So, one cool thing to do, guys, if you can get paint straight out of the tube, that's normally a bit of a winner. And the reason that's a bit of a winner is that when you want to colour match it, it's right there waiting for you. You don't need to try and mix a colour. It's just straight out of the tube. It's the sienna, it's the so-and-so, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. The piece is such a nice piece to see come to completion. Yeah, thanks, Sam. So like I said, we've got a little bit more to go on it. I think we're going to actually immediately, although I started with that brush, we're immediately swapping down to a smaller brush. You can already see the areas that I'm spotting are smaller areas. And if I go at that with a big brush, it's just going to make a mess, guys. We don't want that. We do not want that. So straight in with the smaller brush. And even though it's the last layer, what am I not going to do? I'm not going to beat myself up about where these strokes go. The last thing we want to do is strangle the paint, figuratively, in the final stage. This is the stage, but in the final stage is probably when the it needs to become the most free. The most free, so that's what we're doing. Oh, that was a good stroke. That was a beautiful one. Right there. There we go. A lot of the time when you're painting too, guys, I know it's going to sound silly, but we beat ourselves up over the strokes that go in the wrong place. And that's okay. Fair enough. Try and stop doing that. But if you're going to beat yourself up about strokes in the wrong place, please give yourself a little compliment, even inside your head, when you get strokes in the right place. Because your subconscious sort of deserves that. When it really does land the perfect stroke, you know, a big one that moves around a lot, you think, that is exactly where I wanted it. Make sure you acknowledge that to yourself, that you spotted it on. This one's not for sale, but thanks, Mighty Stan, appreciate you. But you can find artwork that is for sale in my bio, so if you click through that onto the website, or if you jump on the Instagram, we can see what we can do for you. Sorry, Lucy, I missed your comment there. And I need to figure out a way to pin OGs to the top. Do we start Spyro after this one? I've got the Spyro picture out, Lucy. It's actually closer to being started than I believe. It's right on the cusp of being started, I reckon. But I do have to get through a few commissions first, so let me see how I go. But regardless, if I don't start it before Christmas, Spyro is going to be the Christmas Day painting. We'll jump on a live for about 3 or 4 hours on Christmas Day, and we'll make Spyro happen. But if we do it, you'll have to excuse me because my family will be around, my partner, everyone will be drinking. So chances are you'll be just like witnessing this ridiculous scene while we celebrate our Christmas, but I'll also smash out a painting at the same time. Sorry, bristle coming out. Can we start when it's not for it? That's totally fair, Lucy. If it's on Christmas Day for me, though, it won't be for you, right? Because I don't want you guys to have to tune in for me on Christmas Day. If it's Christmas Day for me, it's fun for you guys to join. If it's Christmas Day for you guys, that just sounds inconvenient. Inconvenient. Oh, there we go. That was a good one. That was a good one. Alright, over here, horse coming down here. There's that neck. And that's going to dance through there. That's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'll also let you guys know when we do a bad stroke. I won't hide from that, but we've done pretty well so far. This isn't... That one could have been better, but it will keep. So I'm currently 5 PM here in New Zealand. So I think I'm... Is New Zealand in front of, behind London, guys? What brand of paints do you use? I love how bright and vibrant they are. Yeah, so the brand of paint that I use is Acrylic from Warehouse Stationery. But it's not so much the paint. If you want vibrancy to your paints, typically using them straight out of the tube will give you that vibrancy. So less white and black mixed in through them is the key. That's the key. That was a good one. That was a good stroke. Hey Abby, 11 hours behind us. Oh. Oh. Well, we might do a couple of sets then, guys, to make sure everyone gets a bit. And going up into Christmas, expect to see me, whether you like it or not, in your phone much more often. Because I just realised it's not just Cal's randomly... Oh, cheers, Joe. Yeah, so definitely with my art, you want to be playing around with half wild colours and half actual subject, and it wants to be somewhere in the middle. And the reason I want to do that is because who's tried out that AI tool these days? I tried it this morning. It cost me like $5, and it turned a bunch of photos of me into AI, into like paintings and drawings and things. And the wild thing about that is it was really good art. It was good in terms of realism. And so the reason why that's important is that's going to mean that even more so, do I need to keep striking that balance of, alright, where does my art stand in a world that's now got AIs creating art? It's cold up here in Oregon. Baby, it's cold outside. So with that in mind, we have to, as artists, figure out, in a world that now embraces AI, and like you create these AI pictures, and then there's a link directly next to the picture which says, order this work now. Like, have it arrive on your doorstep. How wild is that? How wild. So, if that's where the world's going, where does your art fit into that? Now this is supposed to be quite a nice brush, but it is just losing bristles all over the show. There we go. Just coming on out. There's another two. Wild. You're more talented than a computer? That might be true. And creation process is, yeah, so that all these things might be true. But for me and anyone else who does art, have a think about what a computer can make and how your art can still have value against a computer, and then really pursue that, because that's going to become more and more important, I reckon. Ooh, it's hot today. It is hot. We will never get that from an AI, and that's sort of what I'm angling towards, guys. Because I used to do a lot of more realism, and as I've seen AI develop, I've turned it much more into an not abstract, but more impressionist style, thinking this is where I can add value where a AI might not be able to. So that's fun. I'm just going to keep adding this paint in here, guys. There we go. There we go. There you go. A little bit more crazy on the brown. A little bit more around here. There we go. Hello. Down in here. That's beautiful. That is just beautiful. I'm going to bring this over here too, guys, because I'm leaning down a bit much, and I want to be not leaning down. Here we go. Here we are. My art stands out there because it takes up 100,000 more hours and mistakes in the computer. Yep, bang on. And that was a realization for me as well. You know what the big difference between a human and a computer is, and always will be? A human makes mistakes, and when it comes to our own home and making our home comfortable and homely and special, I think it's nice to actually not have something perfect on your wall, to have something that actually has mistakes and embraces those and becomes beautiful from those. Sort of like the individuals that inhabit the home. We're not perfect, but we're still beautiful, and I think that's what art can do as well. You see all those little mistakes in a piece, and you think, actually, those mistakes, those imperfections, that's the real art here. That's where this becomes special. So, props to Lucy. Happy little accidents. Yeah, exactly right. Old Bob Ross. Right, we're just chipping in here with a bit of... There we go. Just around this nose, just a little bit around here. A little bit down here. Come into this nose a bit more here. And you're going to halo down here, here, here. Cut in here. There we go. Cool. Cut in here. Cool. I will never come close to the real thing. I will never come close to the real thing. Real art feels like it's so full of care and love. Yeah, but if care and love is what you want to express in your art, then pursue that. And surrealism and realism. Make sure that if that's what you pursue, you add that care and love into the work. Adding it in. Imagine all the people living for today. Now we're not just going to do acrylics here too, guys. Before the end of the session, I'm going to attack this painting with some oils as well. So it's going to be wild. Welcome to the summer heat. Yeah, Eveline, this is wild. This is a hot day. But anyway, we're out here battling. It's not even proper summer in Oz yet. Yeah, well, it will be. But it's like, jeepers, what temperature would you call this? I'm not sure, but it's hot. It is hot. Let's do a little swapsy here. Peg that one into paint. And now I'm going to grab some reds with some pinks and a little bit of white. Look at that. Now we're talking. Slap some of that in there. Slap some of this around here. There we go. Slap more down through here. Stay naughty. There we go. Put that through there. Good. And this is going to come through. This is what we need. Just down through here. this is now oil paints team. So oil paints. Just going to capture that even more. Wear a hat set. I'm jealous of your summer heat. Yeah, you're probably right. I've been using those glasses, but they're not doing too great. So let's try this. Problem is, with a hat, it's pretty good actually. I am Ashton. Ashton, you don't need to worry. I'm intelligent enough to do that, that's for sure. We are covered in sunscreen. Happy again, laughing at the clouds, so high up above. The sun is in my heart, and I'm ready for love. Bum 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 bum. I don't know hats were your thing, Jason. They are not usually. We're doing a hat today though, because the sun's pretty intense. And the glasses, although the glasses are nice, they're just not cutting it because they're changing the colours of the paint on me. They're a low quality set of glasses. I need those glasses I had the other day, but I cannot find them. Cannot find them. So, here we are. Not wearing glasses, but wearing a hat. And regretting nothing. Hey, Haka, welcome. Beautiful weather where you are today. It is, and Portland, Oregon, off the coast of USA. Welcome. I'm laughing at the clouds. If there were any. So high up above, the sun is in my heart, and I'm ready for love. Dum dum dum, dum dum dum, dum dum dum, dum dum dum, dum 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 dum. Right, gonna add a little bit of green in here. You'd say, why are you adding green? Because I want brown. I ain't gonna get brown unless I do that. Yes, there we go. A nice musty brown to work with. Are you musty from painting or do you work out at the gym? That's a good question. Well, so I try and keep fit. Just 30 minutes a day, just anything. A little bit of exercise, but it's more for keeping your brain in the right space. Exercise makes you think straight. Without it, you don't really, I find that for me, I start to get more lethargic. I want to do less things. Momentum breeds momentum. So, I'm a big fan of exercise in that regard. Usually if I'm not feeling like painting, I'll take a step back, I'll go for a walk, I'll do a bike ride, or I'll have a workout or something like that, and use that to get me mentally back in the right place to do some painting. Is the heat getting on the plate? Yes it does, Eveline, and actually it'll be affecting the acrylics, but it won't be affecting these oils. These oils are brutally strong. How much does it weigh, the plate? I don't know. It's about a 2 kg plate actually, it's pretty heavy. It's a catering plate. It's not my usual style to get one this heavy, but I needed a bigger one because I'm not changing plates over and over again. So I had to get something a bit more sturdy. Now for some reason this orange is acting le goat. Am I still in the frame there, or am I disappearing on you guys? I need to stand back a little bit more. I'll spin you there a little bit, bear with me. Here we go. Exercise is great for mindfulness. It is. It is. You don't need to get into that whole big workout scene. Just enjoy the fact that doing a bit of movement is great for a body. It's, just feeling how your body feels when it breathes and wants to move. That's special. That's what we're after. Oh, definitely Kiwi, by the way you said it is. Yeah. I like the way you find certain things about what I say novel, when actually, in person, or in New Zealand, I'm quite a boring person, guys. But, you know what? With an accent, apparently I'm exciting. Here we go. There. Oh, that wasn't our finest stroke, but like I say, we're not going to beat ourselves up on it. We're just going to focus on making sure we nail the next one. That's the game here. Yep, that was a good one. That was a good one just then. Now, I'm going to have to pop out shortly, because you know what I need? More water, more litres. Thanks for the hearts, Nova. You're an absolute champion. Americans love accents. You know what I love? I love an American accent. I think Americans have cool accents. So, shit about each other. Like an American. A nice down-to-earth American lady, or a real salt-of-the-earth, tough American man. Those two. Do an American accent for us. Can't do it justice, guys. Sort of forgotten what American sounds like. I just like to hear them talk like it. America. Great people. Are you traveling for Christmas? I will be here. I will be here. So this is Tauranga Bay of Plenty. My partner's coming down here. She's spending Christmas with my family. How cool is that? And I will be probably in this exact same spot on December 25th. Painting. Punting. That's fair enough. We have the worst accent in London. Hey, if you leave London, suddenly it's a great accent. So don't you worry about that. I'm laughing at the clouds, so high up above. The sun is in my heart, and I'm ready for love. Ba-da-bing-ba-bum. I have California Valley Girl. Oh, Jason. I'm not sure how you got a California Valley Girl accent, but that does sound very good. I like your style. Do the little tree pot there. There we go. Jeepers, I'm just dripping with sweat here. This is a hot, hot location to be painting. Wearing the same coloured shirt, but I'm in bed, and it's after 10 p.m. Something there. That sounds nice, Jessica. Thanks, Daniel. Downtown Abbey is like the Bible in the US. You have an accent. Apparently, I have a little Texas twang for certain words. That's cool. And I'm actually sitting here doing accents. A little bit darker on me. I must be the light. Really, it must be the light. But that's all good. Now this is a brown that I'm using right now. Brown doesn't sound that exciting, and it's not. But if you want your painting to look exciting, it can't all be exciting. You need to have that level of contrast. And so right now, I'm using these non-exciting colours to accentuate the exciting ones. So every strike of non-excitement I add to this canvas allows another strike of excitement to really pop. And that's quite a courageous act. Not directly, but Valley of Orange. What song is that stuck in your head? The sun is in my heart, and I'm ready for love. I don't know. I'm laughing at the clouds. I've got no idea, but if I was to listen to a song, I'd listen to that one, why does it always rain on me? Is it because I lied when I was 17 or something? I forget. Poor guy. Why does it always rain on me? Sib is the new Bob. Thanks, Lucy. One thing that will start happening once I'm finished this little set of paintings is we're going to start doing paintings, one painting a session. So a couple of people have been upset because we've started paintings and people have missed. They've missed the middle part or the last part or the starting part. And I thought, you know what? There's no reason you can't hammer this out in a session. If I hammer it out in a session, then you're part of the entire thing for that piece of artwork. And so, I've bought myself the chemicals, yes, chemicals required, to make sure paint can dry fast, so we can go layer, layer, layer. And so then over a 3 to 4 hour period, we can just start a painting and finish it on the spot. And that's a big thing, because there's a whole mental journey to having the ability to start a painting, progress a painting, and finish it. That's tough. And there's definitely a relief that you can have to leave it and come back to it. But I think, from what I'm hearing from you guys in private messages and things like that, is that it would be much better if you could actually see the whole thing. And I'll tell you too, I'll be honest, like where we're battling, and like you'll hit roadblocks while you're working, which will really shake you up. Like if a certain character isn't coming together the way you want it to, and you still have to deal with it, but you have to move on to another part of the painting, then come back to it, or do you charge through it? And if it's not perfect, how do you address that in regards to the bigger painting? Because sometimes you can't win. We'll do all of that. We'll do the whole shooting box. And yeah, I reckon that'll be fun. This is oils right now. So I've got acrylics down here. I'm using oils right now. And we are just throwing the oils on. This is the final coat. And when it comes down to the final coat, we want to be even more free. Final coat is for freedom. Because these are the final strokes you'll see. The other strokes have had their time to put colour where it's supposed to be. But in the final layer, this is the chance for all the paint to go where it wants to be. Take control of the painting and bring it back to a place where it has less definition but more expression. Because if you want more definition, AI will beat me. So I'm not going to compete. I'm going to run in a different direction. You've got chemicals and a microphone now. I do, Lucy. And actually, it's thanks to you guys that I've got this little microphone. This was bought with the tips of some amazing people. And this, yeah, this is how I'm getting better sound to you guys now. So that's phenomenal. Thank you so much to every last one of you. I haven't got at the moment. Oh, I was going to buy, that's the next thing. So the next thing is a stand. So this can be up here like this. And that'll make the sound clearer again. But at the moment, this is the highest stand I've got. So, a couple more tips. A couple of late night sessions. And I'll have this microphone up to here. And then, mate, that'll be cool. That'll be cool. Thanks, Lucy. To be honest, it's pretty cool having the people we've got. If the comments come faster, I tend to lose you guys' comments. And I feel really bad about it. Sometimes my partner watches the lives, and she... thanks, Shinely. Thank you very much. So she's watching the lives, and she had me on, and she pulls me up on it after I finish, and she's like, yo, you were live, and people were asking you questions, and you were just missing them. And I'm like, I was doing my best. The phone refreshes, and it pumps up, Mark, I sent you another email. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mark. I've got, if I missed your email there, sebgower@gmail.com. There's a couple in there at the moment, and I will get onto them tonight, for commissions wise, and I'm sorry for not getting back to you sooner, but I will sort you out, don't you worry. Nova, you're a champion. That's okay, you've got tons of you. Hey, look, I really want to try, guys, because a lot of you have popped in for requests for things before Christmas, and I totally get it. And especially if you're in New Zealand, I want to get you sorted. If you're overseas, the window's getting a bit tight. But I'm trying to prioritize the people who are talking in November to get work, because those are the ones who, you know, they are really keen to get it sorted. And if you don't mind it not arriving in December, that's awesome, because we can tee up something for January. But at the end of the day, guys, especially people who have reached out, because I understand that you're doing your own stuff over December and January. People who have reached out to ask about questions I've got to do with art and the struggles you're facing. Maybe you've started painting and it's just not coming together just right, or the paint's not mixing right. That's a beautiful thing of flowers, Nova. Thank you very much. It's not mixing right. You're stuck in a rut, and you're waiting on me to get back to you. So I'm doing my best to get around the comments and the DMs, but yeah. I promise you, if you've asked a question or if you've opened up about a rut that you're in, I'm definitely not ignoring you. I will get there. I promise you that. And yeah. But can't say it enough. The best thing that you can do for your art, the very best thing, is to enjoy what you're doing. And if you enjoy it, then it'll come together. It just can't help not to. If you love what you do, you'll love the result that you make. Sounds cheesy, but cheesy things are normally correct. All I care about now is Spyro. Lucy, you will get your Spyro. I promise you that. Even if it's on Christmas Day and I'm slashing paint to make a Spyro, we're doing Spyro. I'm gonna make a pact with myself in this new year as well, that we're gonna have all these serious paintings. We're gonna have weddings. We're gonna have kids. We're gonna have pets. We're gonna have this stuff, and then we have one silly painting a week where we're just going to send it on, like a Crash Bandicoot, Crash Team Racing scene, or a Spyro scene, or we'll paint money bags from Spyro, or we'll do Mario, or like old Game Boy Color Mario facing like Bowser or something. We'll just have some fun and just do some silly paintings, because that's what painting's about, guys. It doesn't always need to be a serious photo. You can loosen up and do something nuts. Sorry, pets. Me. I used to have a dog. I'd love to have more pets. I've got some chickens, a couple of pigs, sheep. They don't really count as pets, but sheep, and cows don't really count as pets, but cows. A Yoshi, yes. Yes. I'm going to also probably, if I start to run out of ideas, we'll do Pokemon. So we'll go through the old Pokemon Game Boy avatars and turn those into images, which could be really fun and wholesome. Yes, Nova, 100%. So that would be very fun. So that's got things in the pipeline, guys. But let me smash out these 7 commissions. I've got 7 commissions left. And once these are cleaned up prior to Christmas, then the other commissions and fun stuff can begin. I can't wait. This is coming together well. You have livestock, Jason. Well, my parents have livestock, but it's pretty cruisy. There's more land than there's more land than they need, and so it's not intensive farming, so the livestock can just hang out, really, do their own thing, which is pretty fun. The cows are actually dairy grazers, which means that someone drops the cows off for them to just eat what's around, which is fun. Yeah. There we go. That's not the right colour, but you know what? It looks nice. I'm not going to beat it up. Just going to let it be what it is. Perfect. Let the paint be what the paint wants to be. I try not to force the paint too much. I try just to let it be how it wants to be. If it wants to hit the palette, if it wants to hit the page dry, it looks like we're hitting the page dry. If it wants to go lighter, let it go lighter. If it wants to sway, be wet, let it do its thing. Now, pause for a second. I am going to go refill my bouteille of water. I'm going to wipe some sunscreen on my eyes too, actually. Whew. My lordy. Is that? Had some paint in my eye. Maybe that's what's stinging. Yeah, livestock is chilling. Moonshine. I do like moonshine. No lie. Am I okay? Shinely. Oh no, I'm absolutely fine. Don't you worry about a thing. If I've got paint in my eye, I've only got myself to blame, and we'll learn a lesson. Right. How warm is it? It feels like about, honestly, it's not too humid, but I'd put it above 30 degrees. Feels like, I mean, I don't know, 30 degrees Celsius. It's hot. It is hot. I'm going to move this acrylic under the shade because it's starting to get capping it. Like, it's going to get these, hold on. You'll see it gets these hard surfaces on top, like that, like a balloon. Now if it caps off, you don't need to pop it and fix it. We can still use this, we will use this, but put it under the shade so it stops cooking. Refill this water bottle and I will be right back. It is 5:30 and it's still hot as hell. Oh, misty eye of the mountain below. Sorry guys, I'm back. Water. What time is it there? See ya! It is 5:30. So we've been painting for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Up you come, little tray. There we go. Now, we are adding in purple. But actually, the purple's a little bit more intense than I want. So I'm going to chuck in some green. Make it into more of a musty, grungy colour. have this. Yeah, now we're talking. This is a no mess around green. This is like natural, but grungy natural, and that's pretty cool. There we go. Hello. We missed the fancy. I know. My bad. This is just a Powerade bottle, and actually, apparently, you're not supposed to drink out of one-time use plastics a couple of times, because apparently they are one-time use plastics, and the stuff will come off, and you get more stuff coming off the bottle into your water. It affects you, apparently. But I've got some bottles now which are multi-use bottles. I don't know enough about it, guys. If you know more about it, please tell me what I should do. I'm all ears. Did he say? No, it's Celsius, and it's about 30, maybe more. It's cooling down a little bit now as that sun starts to just. The sun's right there. We got another. How much more sun do we have? Someone with a brain in New Zealand, tell me what I'm supposed to say. I might have like another 2 or 3 hours of sunlight, maybe. Hydro flasks for water. I like that. I got a reusable plastic bottle from BP the other day, and basically it's this cool plastic bottle. Don't know what it was called, but it had a name, and you're supposed to reuse it after you buy it. And it was only $1 more than a pump bottle, but it was a permanent bottle. And I thought, you know what? It's about high time I did my part. So I got one, and I've been using it ever since. And that's my little story. You're so very welcome. I've heard not to leave plastic bottles in the sun and drink after. Yeah, well, that's sort of what I'm doing right now. So we'll let this one time slide, and then I will fix. We'll fix for next time. Bring out glass next time. Yeah, Fahrenheit and Celsius can get confusing. I was told with Fahrenheit, if you minus 30 off it, then if you minus 30, then divide it by 2, you can get pretty close. I don't know. Regardless, oh, that was a goodie. Good stroke, Sebastian Gow. There we go. What was I saying? Something. Minus 30 and divide by 2 apparently gets from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Not on the dot, but close to. Abby, I have not. It's an interesting question. I just don't know if I've got the amount of sunscreen required, that's all. Imagine all the people living for today. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Some sweet day you'll find us, the world can live as one. Always get that song stuck in my head, guys. Always. Hey, 6 Fahrenheit, nice. And I have singing coming out. Yeah, Jason, gets me in the mood. I sing a little bit. I sing a little bit. Birds sing a little bit. Everyone's singing a little bit. We're all having fun. And it comes down there like that. And that goes in there like that. Some sweet day, yeah, you'll find us You are free to sing into the mic, by the way, just to see. Yeah. Have you studied drawing in any school? I studied all sorts of art in school. It was good fun. It was all sorts of good fun. But I think more importantly than what I see, that goes there. More importantly than what we gained from the school itself was the peers that we made, and the connections and the friends. It's all pretty vital stuff. The birds in the background sound pretty. Do you know what birds are native to your area? Yes, and that is correct. It is very hot here at the moment. The native birds here, tuis, kittidoos, fantails, yellowhammers, sparrows, all sorts of things. I couldn't tell you which ones are which. Would need someone better than me, but I can tell you that they're out there. And it's as close as I can get. We're just going to keep slowly adding. Slowly adding. There we go. Now that's a faster stroke. That's what we're after. That wasn't such a good one, but you know what? We'll take it. It's fine. There we go. That was a good 3. First one wasn't great, next 3 were fine. What's your karaoke song? Ooh, Journey. Just a small town girl, living in a lonely world. She took a midnight train going anywhere. What a tune. What a tune. That would be it. And I'd sing it as bad as possible. And I'd sing it so bad that everyone else would feel so confident to go up and jump on the mic and sing whatever they wanted, because I would just leave the playing field wide open. Thanks, Lucy. Lucy's talking about bird watching. Nice. I like that, Victoria. That's cool. Do you have to take into account how hot or cold it is when you paint outside? You do if you're using acrylics. For all of them actually. You know what? For all of them. Because what can happen is the oil paints will behave weirder if it's cold. They'll be more tacky, etc. And the acrylics will start trying to dry in the heat. So I've actually removed the acrylic pellets. It's just too hot out here. I'll put it under the shade. And we will use that later if it's still okay, otherwise we won't. We'll just keep going with oils. And yeah. So the answer is yes. But, can't stress this enough. Who cares? If you've got an opportunity to paint outside, don't you worry about what it's going to do to the paint. You get out there and you have some fun. So, oh, fantastic! Thanks, Sam. I'm glad it's done. I'm glad it's doing the job. It's actually quite far away from my face, so I can come down closer to it. But that's as close as I can get it right now. So we'll persevere with that. Do you know what piece you'll be working on next, Jason? Yes. So we've got another 4 pieces that we're going to do today. 4. So it's going to be quite the day. But this one is the piece we're going to do for the next few hours. I'm hoping, planning to, should do, finishing this one today. Yes, you heard me. This one will be finished today. And I can't wait. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. I like it. Yeah, so we're in the good place with this one. It's coming together. Tons of textures. Tons of colours. Tons of layers.
tons of fun. It's where we wanted to get it. It's got just enough of the subject that we can afford to go just a wee bit abstract and lose a bit of it, because we don't want it too real. We want it more fun. And that's where we're getting it to. One stroke at a time. Thanks, Amber. Thanks, Gary. Rocking the shorts today, not the chinos. Yeah, wild. So these were $1, one New Zealand dollar from an op shop. So very happy to have these on. And actually, I wonder if, just scroll that way. I'm going to actually bring you guys down a little bit. Come with me. Down you go. There we go. Hello. There we go. Victoria, you're making me want to start. Go do it, Lucy. Go bird watching. You'll love it. Tons of love. Thanks, Jason. And do it. It's so fun. Definitely get... Yeah. Is that because you photograph the bird and then you know whereabouts it is? Who knows? Who knows? What is our... Oh, we did. That's good. That's good. Right, where were we? Painting. There we go. Light it up, 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 light it up, up, up. Mm-hmm. Light it up, 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 light it up, up. Do, do. Do, do. Happy Monday, Ray. Welcome back. Your face is getting red. Be careful of not too much sun. Alright. Let's fix that. We don't want that. Light it up, up, up. Light it up, up, up. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took a midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took a midnight train going anywhere. I've seen her in a smoky room, can smell a wine and cheap perfume. For a smile that can share the night, it goes on and on and on, and yeah, strangers waiting up and down the boulevard, shadows searching in the night. Oh no, I need a bunch of paint on myself. Let me just check myself up close here. No, we're golden. We're golden. Oh, and let's see here. Don't forget your ears. I got my ears. I swear I did. To the giant mosquito from last week. He's gone. Gone, Burger. Big flippy flop sun hats. Yeah, I should have one of those. Thanks, Shinely. Ray, I'm not a singer, but singing gets me in the mood to paint. So, since copyright's a thing, I can't have the songs that I want. So I just sing here to get myself back into the vibe of producing art for you guys. Used to the cold. Yeah, I wish. Jeepers. I think the heat's better when it comes to painting. It keeps those colours more wild, wet. But I think I prefer to work in the cold than I do to work in the heat. So the paint behaves better, but I'd be happier. I like the cold. Give me that cold, baby. Just a small town girl, living in a lonely world. She Took a midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. Now why is that going so... It's almost like just there. You missed my comment above that one, did I? I'm a shocker. Let me have a look-see. I don't think I'll be able to find it though. Fish gone with the wind. Next live stream is going to be some... Yeah, Lucy, I might be. This is the risk we run. This is the risk we run. Pass on cold. Anything below... Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Each to their own, I guess. Each to their own. Street lights. People. Living just to find emotions. Hiding. Somewhere in the night. Doom, doom. Street lights. People. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Street lights. People. There we go. Yum. Living just to find emotion. Hiding somewhere now. Doom, doom, doo, 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 doo. Just to find emotion. Somewhere. Somewhere in the night. Why is that so... Maybe... Is it... It's so hard to see right now. How's it doing that? Found your page, love your work. I need to get one. That's cool, JMS. Absolutely. So... Happy if it's in... Yeah. So, if you seeing and paint on Saturday Night Live sounds something about Saturday Night Live there. I don't know why it's been so difficult to read. This is wild. But if you do want a piece of art, you can jump on the website in the bio, or jump on Instagram and flick me a message, and we can make a plan together. We can make commissions, we can do all sorts. So the style is just like this. It wants to be a fight between paint being paint and the actual image. Every stroke that goes down is what we see in the picture. So no strokes are wild. But because of the way we apply them, the painting comes out very primal, very raw, very wild, so much energy. So it's a fight. 50-50 is what we want it. 50% image, 50% paint pretending to be paint. And that's the perfect place to get a painting to. We don't want it too abstract that we lose the fact that paint strokes could mean something. But we want it abstract enough that you can enjoy the paint strokes for just being paint strokes. And that way you can stare at it for a while, and each individual paint stroke you can sort of appreciate and wonder what it's trying to express in the greater image, as if they're all just fighting on what they want to be. It's a good idea, Wes. I'll do it. The commission will be amazing. I'll message you and get things going. Absolutely. 100%. If you're in New Zealand, we still might be able to ship before Christmas if you're thinking for a gift. If you're overseas, we might need to, we'll have a look at a timeline. see what we can do. See what we can do. And like I was saying before, guys, the new year is going to bring some really fun stuff. So I was saying to Lucy's been asking for a Spyro painting since day dot. So we're going to have one fun painting a week. And when I say a fun one, they're all fun. But when I say fun, I mean subject matter. We're going to do something silly. Like, we're going to do Super Mario, we're going to do Pokemon, we're going to do the pixelated avatars of Pokemon. And what that's going to do is I've always been touting to you guys that it's about having fun while you paint. Well, let's get a subject matter that's just silly. And let's just focus on having fun while we paint. And, you know, we might get some cool artwork out of it, but it's just going to be a bit of a fun 4 or 5 hours of just silliness. And I think that'll be good. Because usually I save my leftover paint and I throw it on a canvas myself and just use that as my time to loosen up and just be me. But it might be quite cool to get the opportunity to throw it on with you guys. It is hot out today, it's outrageous. Washington State, just outside Seattle, don't worry, we can get you sorted easily in the January period. After Spyro, I'll be waiting for a Pokemon. So, absolutely Victoria, and I grew up with Pokemon. So, in terms of avatars, I remember like the Squirtles, the Bulbasaurs, the Charmanders, the Pikachu following you around, the Weedle, the Caterpie, how they looked in your frame from the third person angle, and then just everything. So we'll choose some of the more iconic sort of ones that we really remember, you know, and they'll only be a couple of hundred pixels, but that'll be the fun, because we'll be expressing those couple of hundred pixels in a real abstract, fun sort of way. Is your phone charging while you're on live? No, it's not. This is the mic, so it's not charging. We've got a mic here at the moment, which you guys got for me, so thank you so much, everyone. This mic is literally from viewers on the TikTok live, so that's pretty special. Yeah, that's about as special as it gets. So if you're enjoying the clarity of sound that we've got, there's a couple of special people who to thank for that. Yeah. And who's your favourite Pokemon? Ooh, it'd be in the first 150. It would be Dragonite. It's a Dragonite. It is a Dragonite. You know what? I like Dragonite so much. When I would play Pokemon, my lineup of Pokemon, my top 6 Pokemon that I'd play with, 3 of them were Dragonites. One would know Blizzard, one would know Thunder, and one would know one other thing. And so they'd have like, yeah, the 3 Dragonites. They'd probably have Dragon Rage, Hyper Beam, one other move, and their one special one, Thunder, Blizzard, that sort of stuff. Is it the strongest team? No. Did I love it? Yes. Is that what counts? Yes. Sadly, I never got to play Red and Blue. I've only ever played Silver onwards. Hey, Victoria Silver is great. I hope you're wearing sunscreen because it's hot. I am. Haha, what a choice. Yeah. If I can't have dragons or legendaries like that, though, if I can't have that, I'm probably a Tauros. I do like a Tauros, I do like a Kangaskhan, and I do like a Nidoking. I think those are all really cool. So you can imagine once I hit the stage of the game where I got to the Safari Zone, I was in my element. Give me my Nidoran, I'm going to train it from the youngest possible age. Give me my Kangaskhan, because Kangaskhan's cool. And give me my Tauros, and we're on. Although I think you couldn't get Kangaskhan and Tauros in the same Safari Zone on, you know, one, red had one and blue had the other one from memory. But yeah. Again, we're talking some old school games. So sorry if you've never played Pokemon and you're wondering, what the heck is he talking about? The kids behind you, we spent a lot of time in that little on those little Game Boy Colors, and they used to run off batteries, and sometimes the batteries would run out while you were playing, and then you'd lose all your saved data because you weren't watching the little light that was supposed to be buzzing closely enough. It went, faded more and more and more until it cut out, and then you hadn't saved, so you lost all your progress. Brutal. That would happen. That would happen. It's snowing in New York City and it's almost midnight. That's pretty wild. Oh no, Seba's forgotten about me. I have not seen Dino. I just missed a few comments. You're the best, and welcome back to the stream. My mum binned my Pokemon card collection 2 years ago. I used to collect as a kid. Same here. I think I've still got mine though. There's nothing special in it, but it's a good little collection. Thanks, Lee. Good to have you here. Never had an original Game Boy, but I did have a cute Pokemon Game Boy Advance. That's close enough. And hello, Nadia. You were still part of the crew. I had one of those Nintendo, was it Nintendo DS, the flip ones? They were great too. Okay. Just really hoping that sun goes behind a cloud for a little bit so I can actually see the screen better. Seb, if you would travel anywhere for free, where would you go? Take me, for free? It changes things. But honestly, if I could travel somewhere, the most recent trip to Europe was pretty good. But the reason that was good is I had a good travel buddy, and that makes a big difference on a trip. If you're going to send me somewhere though right now, I would like to go to Indonesia. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Send me to Indonesia, guys. But because even though it would be free, it would be fantastic for the cost to not be high for whoever's paying. Indonesia's close to New Zealand. The restaurants and the food is all reasonable. It's got great beaches. It's got a good vibe. And that would be really fun, I reckon. That's what I reckon. Travel buddies just make everything better. That is correct, Singing Dino. Get yourself a good one. Before the Bali laws change. Ooh, yes. Travel company is also important. That is true, Lucy. A good travel company makes all the difference. But I had a good one of those too. So, there's all beer and Skittles on my end. In my distance, the world looks green and blue, and we smile from afar. Dum 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 dum. From a distance. How are we doing? We're doing pretty good. This is taking shape, guys. This is taking shape. One little stroke at a time. That's the way they always take shape. Just slowly. Just keep adding that paint. Just keep seeing where it takes you. That's good. I'm just going to stand back for a moment. Just going to take a gaze. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I keep going along like that. We're in a good place. A little more reddy purple. A little bit of red. Add a little bit of purple to it. That's going to give us that reddy purple. And then we're going to add that in a few places. Not randomly, where we see it. But this is going to add that. It's going to connect those blacks into those brighter colours more. Because I get the feeling they're feeling a bit left out. I don't want them to be left out. I want them all to be included. This is an inclusive painting. Thanks, Michael. Hey baby, just checking on you tonight. That's good read. And oh, thanks guys. Appreciate you all. You're all the best. Right, where was I at? There we go. We're using those deeper purples and we're combining the blacks in with those lighter colours. That's the plan. Now, is it that we've neglected these bottom corners a little bit? Yes, we have. Are we going to fix it? No, not this painting. These corners are going to stay neglected because it needs to be lots of layers that fixes those corners. And so we just make the mental note to think, right, I need to work on those corners more for next time. And you'll be thinking, but Seb, you told us non-stop to work on the corners and then you didn't do it. That's why I say it. It's not easy to remember to do it. Even if you're telling everyone to do it, sometimes you'll miss it too. So that's where I'm at. I left the corners. That corner, that corner, that corner, and that corner. All corners. So that's funny. There we go. Looking good. I'm going to head off to sleep now. Thanks for the live, Seb. See you next time. Victoria, you're the best. Have a good night's sleep. And I wish you, fantastic night. You deserve it. And you need someone from Indonesia to purchase an in-person commission so you can visit. Yes, indeed. That would be fantastic. Or I'll just go. You may find that next year, with a bit of luck, we might go to Indonesia, and if I go there, I'll take my painting stuff with me, and then I'll be able to do like live streams in Indonesia, which will be really wholesome, and ship from there for a while. I am melting, I am indeed, but I've got sunscreen on, so it's okay. Does the sun not dry the paint too quick? It does dry the paint, but that's going to work to our benefit, because we're doing, we want it to dry, because that'll mean that it won't mix with the next stroke we put on. We're adding thick layers of paint on, but we don't want it to blend and mix into porridge. Thanks, Day Day. Day Day Bebe. That's a great name. The bird calls us special. We're located in Tauranga, Bay of Plenty at the moment. And you can find more art, funky little reels, commissions, and all the fun stuff like that in my bio. So you can go there. Follow me on Instagram if you wanna. Message me on Instagram and we can start the conversation and get you all sorted. And that's how you can go about it. I encourage it. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. From a distance, the world looks green and blue. Oops, sorry, hit the speaker there a little bit. Wild and woolly. Let the painting do what the painting wants to do. Just gonna stand back a little bit, guys. Bird call. I'm heading to Bali next year for 2 weeks. That's fantastic. Volunteering with turtles. Top notch. That's actually really fun. Let me just stand back here and have a look-see. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. Pretty well, but not quite perfect. There we go. Fantastic, JMS. I will get back to you once I've finished the live. Look forward to it. And Roman, yes, I am back. Hello. You are one of the most... Thanks, J. Roy. Yeah, JMS, I gotcha. I'll be in touch and we can make a plan. So a lot of the time with commissions too, guys, is I work on these boards, and the reason I use board is because volume for shipping is usually the biggest factor. So if it's thinner, shipping's cheaper. Boards are great. They're standard practice in a few locations with a few artists, and they work better for the thick paint that we're applying to it. Canvas too, because there's a very gentle surface on the front, it can get damaged quite easily in transit, so it needs quite a big box to protect it. So canvas just isn't this thick for you. It comes out about this thick, because you need to put a big protective box in it. With a board, it can stay quite skinny, and so shipping is much, much less. Hello Seb, this is Paul. Welcome in, Paul. Paul Raymond. Good use of caps there, mate. How are you, Seb? You're getting sunburnt live. So I'm wearing sunscreen. So I'll turn red, but I won't burn. Promise. Promise. We're going to add in some of these purples now. This is going to look quite cool. It's been crying out for this actually. This is going to take it to a fun place. And this colour I'm using right now is similar to the colours of the yellows that are currently on it. We're not going to cover up the yellows, but they will be pulled back a little bit. And we want that. We want that. There we go. Because as those yellows come back, they're going to match the colours better to our end result of blues, pinks, purples, and all the fun stuff. These paints I'm putting on now too, guys, a lot of texture to it. I'm not too worried about making sure it flattens off because there's not more paint coming on after it. It just needs to go on wild and fun. So we're doing good. There we go. There we go. Fun, fun. Thanks for the crane. Paul, you're an absolute champion. I like the boxes I saw on your site as opposed to the rolled shipping. I want hang it ASAP. Yep. So the problem with the rolled shipping is that you need to find someone to stretch it onto a canvas once it gets there. I don't like that. It feels like, imagine if you bought an iPhone and arrived at your house and then you had to take it down to the iPhone store to get it started. you've bought a product, it should arrive finished. And so actually, the rolled option, I might, once I get these boards 100% sorted, I'm working with a new way to case them, the rolled option will come off the website, and the most affordable option will be to order board rather than canvas. And that will be the best way to do it. But if you're interested in that sort of stuff, like I was saying to JMS, you can find that on the website through my bio, and you can jump on Instagram there as well. So, and like I always say, guys, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me on Instagram, which is in my bio. I would love to hear from you. If you have contacted me and I haven't got back to you yet, I am sorry. I will, I promise. I'm not trying to ignore anyone. I just get a little busy. Ocean, welcome back. What was that? Ocean? Ocean Boy. Ocean Boy was here before. Look, what's the body type? Oh, jeepers. First thing to look at every single time is the personality. That's where you start. And if you start with that, here's a great tip. You can finish with it, because it's really all that matters. So, sorry to get wholesome with you, but that's the truth. Yeah, the shirt. This one's doing pretty well for me, this shirt. I'm a big fan of it. I'm probably going to order a few more. It was the last one on clearance when I was in the store, but I suspect Oakley will have a whole bunch like it. It just sits really nice across the shoulders. I'm a big fan of it. From a distance. Okay guys, this is an exciting moment. I've just attacked the blue. What's it going to do? All sorts. So the blue's going to come in here, and it's going to start shaping this painting. The blue's going to cut in where the black could be, should be. And it's going to start demanding the painting take shape. I love a deep blue. This is fantastic. Look at that. Now we're talking. Get in there, blue. Just through there. Don't you stop. There we go. Beautiful. So this is just straight blue, straight from the tube. Adding power to the canvas. Lots of power to the canvas. We're going to add a little bit of red, purple to it, because once you combine those colours, they just get that much thicker, and I want it just a little bit darker. Now we're talking. Here we go. Just down through there. Coming over here. There, here we go. In we get. Beautiful. Deep, deep blue. This is what we're after. All through here. So a bit of an M shape coming up in here. Beautiful. This is going to be the depth that this painting's been craving. Coming in here like that. Down through here. And then coming on across here. Down through here. Perfect. That's going to edge off just down there. Awesome. Taking shape just the way we want it to in the final coat. How many hours into your paintings? How many hours go into the paintings? This one here is going to be about a 6-hour painting. That's going to be because it's had several layers that go on it. And yeah, it's looking pretty fun. It's looking pretty fun. This is actually exactly where we want to get it. We're going to keep going for a little bit longer because there's more fun to capture. But by golly, it's doing well. This is where we want it. Thanks, 45 kg dreams. I need to be up at work in 2 hours, but I want to see this painting finished. Lucy, I promise I will upload photos, and I will also upload the finished video to YouTube. So you will not miss it. In fact, I think I follow you on TikTok, so I think I can actually send it to you. Since you're an OG. I will do this. I will do this. But I think we'll be here probably for another couple of hours. We have to see. It's coming together really nicely, but there's some areas around here that I still want to capture. I don't want to miss a single stroke that needs adding. So, there we go. That bit was waiting for me. In there. A little bit around here. Now we're talking. Nose. Kiss, light kiss there. There we go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That's exactly what we're after. Down through here. Just like that. Hey there. Awesome. Cheers, Dan. Yeah, so we're on. Sir, you think you got sunburned a little bit. So we're in sunscreen. So it's hot. It's very hot. But the sunscreen should be blocking the sunburn. So I'll be red. But I won't be burnt. New Zealand sun is absolute burner though. It does want to cook you. There's no jokes about that. There we go. We've got to get here and here. So it's got a little bit here, here, and this line comes across here. Beautiful, and that spins off there. Which is actually, by nature of the forest, she's got a little bit of a tiara here, but it's not a conventional one. It's like a nature forming like a tiara around her. So we're going to try and express that with the blues. Get that sort of frozen look. Not frozen in terms of figuratively, frozen in terms of the is it Disney? I think it's Disney. That's the look we're after. We're going to bring it. We want a frozen princess with an abstract horse. That's what we're after. Am I getting burnt? Let me just check that, guys, because I should be. No, we should be golden. It's sunscreen on me since I started, so it'll be the heat. It'll be the heat. But you know what? If I get sunburnt, it's on me. But I have been rubbing myself up with sunscreen regularly. There we go. Now we're talking. Just in there. Over here. Perfect. We're going to pause there for a moment, guys. I know it's going to finish it, but I'm just going to take a break. Just a quick intermittent break. And the reason I'm going to do that is I just want to see how it sort of, if I give it 10 minutes and come back to it, what I'll think about it. The mane looks a little skinny there. Horse has gorgeous mane, full of movement in the photo. Yeah, it's probably getting, the head's grown a bit, and this has actually got skinnier, there's no doubt. But that's the abstract element it's got in there. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. Thanks, Miak to the eel. So, I'm going to call it quits here now, but I'll be back shortly. So, Lucy, you will miss the end of this painting. I'm so sorry. But, yeah. Let me do that. And we'll also, because the light's been changing, we'll change location as well. But yeah. definitely in a fun place. It's definitely in a fun place. Alright guys, all the best, and I will be in touch with you guys very shortly. I'll definitely be back tonight in about 30 minutes max. So, yeah, take a break from the heat. Good call, Gary. And hydrated. Yes, indeed. These are all important things. Yes, Lucy. But I will send you a picture. So, if we leave it here, we leave it here. But I think there's going to be a bit more blue. A bit more blue to go in there yet. Yeah. A bit more blue. We'll see. And I'll see if with a few lines we can't actually adjust that horse to actually get the proportions right. But we'll see. All the best, guys, and I will talk with you all soon. Bye.